let's take a look here. It says, what are the y-intercept and the slope of the line defined by the equation above? Okay, and remember, our slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b, right? Where m is the what?
M's the slope.
Correct. So that'll help us probably narrow it down to 2 of the answer choices, and then b will be the what?
The X or the Y value?
Yeah, the y-intercept, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So, and then that'll help us narrow down to the correct answer. But it looks like, just taking a quick glance at the answer choices, it does look like we actually need to do the work here because they're all so close. This is our general form, and y is on the left-hand part of the equation. So everything is over on the right-hand side of the one that we were given. So if we were to move the y's from the right to the left, then we would be in a pretty good position to probably clean it up in one more step and kind of come up with pretty much everything we need. So if we were to do that, if we were to subtract our y's over to the left-hand side, we would get this and just bring the rest of it down, right?
Yes.
And then if we were to get just y, like get rid of the number here by dividing it out, then I think we will have what we want. So that'll give me y, and then what's the rest?
So it would be -5 divided by -7. Oh, so +5 over 7.
Right.
And then plus 9 divided by -7.
Right. So I'll just consolidate that to a subtraction sign.
Okay.
And then now we have our slope-intercept form, which is really cool because you can tell me now that the slope is what?
The slope would be 5 over 7.
Correct. And what about the y-intercept?
-9 over 7.
-9 over 7. Very good.
Yeah, negative.
So which answer choice?
C.
C. Very good. That's what I would say as well. And we probably still have some time in the bank.
Yes.
So that's always helpful as well. I think that's the best way to attack that one. Now, what I want to point out real quick, Maddie, is that when we go back here, you see how immediately we're able to tell that the y term is going to be negative because we have to subtract it off from the right-hand side.
Yes.
And then when we divide that negative coefficient with the negative coefficient on the x term, we don't have to do the math to know that this number is going to yield positive. So if you're trying to trim even a little bit more time, we could probably determine just by, okay, if we move this over and then we're dividing a negative by negative, I know the slope will be positive. Remember, because the numbers on the answer choice were all the same. So if we can just establish the sign, that'll help me get down to answers C or D. And then kind of the same mentality on the y-intercept piece. We know that the 9 starts off positive, and then we're dividing the entire right-hand side by a negative, leaving me with a negative y-intercept. So not that it would change a whole lot of the approach, but just, in terms of when you look at the answer choices and they're all literally the same, just with, positives and negatives, that's one way that you can skip through these things a little bit faster. But I would caution you that sometimes we can rush through those and make a mistake because, so you know yourself best, but I just want to point that out. What's next?